What business interests stand to gain if Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama end up campaigning and making promises in states such as Pennsylvania, Mississippi, and maybe even the territory of Puerto Rico? Our Fox panel is back now to talk about it. Charles Payne, you just heard Steve talking about how they tailor their message, but as these states are waiting, and we're waiting to see what happens. What's your prediction?
Well, first of all, I want to say they're not the only ones who changed. In the green room, Peter told me to buy dollars.
No, he didn't. Never. Bite your tongue.
Yeah, listen,
I need someone to take on.
The bottom line is that there's going to be a little bit of changing from state to state. But at the end of the day, we do know that the Democrats pose a real serious threat to big business right now. And I'm really concerned with the rhetoric because it is pandering more and more to this populism. They're going after the Edwards voters. And, you have to be really worried if you're on Wall Street. And I think even if you're an American worker, because there's no such thing as breaking down capitalism and not hurting it. It trickles down and it hurts everybody.
I'm so glad you brought up Wall Street. We have a list of people from Wall Street who are supporting both Hillary and Obama, and this includes a ton of people from Goldman Sachs. In fact, the biggest part of the people who donate from Goldman Sachs are going to Hillary Clinton. John Mack of Morgan Stanley. Buffett, of course, supports both Obama and Hillary. If guys like that are not worried, then Terry, why should we be?
Well, because they're going to raise taxes on the rest of us and not on the LBO funds and the big hedge funds, and they're going to be able to continue at this lower rate, and all the rest of us are going to have to pay higher taxes. That's why we should be concerned. In addition, this talk about NAFTA is absolutely ridiculous. We would be in a contraction. The economy would be in a contraction if it weren't for exports. Exports rose 4.8% last quarter. That's the only thing that's kept our economy above water. And these two candidates are running around talking about putting in trade restrictions.
Well, Gary Kaltbaum, as the candidates run around saying those things, their economic advisors are apparently going behind closed doors talking to places like Canada and Mexico saying, look, don't believe it, because once they become president, they're going to play the game. They're going to be in favor of NAFTA and all of the other trade agreements.
Look, you're 100% right. I'm actually happy about what we're finding out about Barack Obama. Maybe he's not so anti-trade after all. And if you think about it, Hillary Clinton never started talking about, she didn't just started talking about NAFTA a couple of months ago as we got to this point. So I think the rhetoric is a little bit loud for their side of the party to win votes. And once they get into the presidency, they realize that everything has to start coming towards the middle or nothing will get done.
Peter, let me show you who's supporting Barack Obama, and then we'll get to John McCain. Oprah Winfrey, of course, we know that, but Penny Pritzker of the Pritzker family, of course, of the Hyatt hotel chain. These are billionaires who support
But that Pritzker family is very divided, by the way. Some of them are for Republicans, some are for Democrats.
Well, certainly a lot of it has to do with appearances. Unfortunately, the rhetoric of the Democrats or of socialism is, it makes it, if you support it, it looks like you care about people. And when you support freedom or capitalism, you don't care about the little guys, you just care about profit. And, the difference is, of course, is, it's capitalism and free markets that do more to help poor people than government handouts. But at least it makes you appear better connected when you support people that espouse these policies.
Put a nice button on that. Thank you very much.